Ben Johnson or Jared Goff?
Absolutely is Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson, 100%.
The guy's leading the league in touchdown passes. Top 5 in passing yards. That being said, it is Ben Johnson.
100% with you guys. Let's be real. Jared Goff is still Jared Goff.
Stop it! Jared Goff is going out there and he's executing at a very high level.
Goff has been on fire.
Frankenstein's monster.
Really?
Look,
So we have one guy who's number 1 in the league, both in touchdowns, and I think he's number 1 rated quarterback right now, going out tied with somebody else, and Jared Goff, going along with the offensive coordinator of the number 1 offense in the league. And I want to ask you guys, I might start with Flannel Sam on this one.
start with him.
Who should be more credited with the success of this Detroit Lions offense this year? Is it Ben Johnson or Jared Goff?
With all due respect to Jared Goff, it absolutely is Ben Johnson. And here's why. Do you remember how bad Jared Goff looked under an Anthony Lynn offense? He was unplayable. He was one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. I'm not saying it was all Jared Goff's fault. It was a bad fit with Anthony Lynn. But when you're a good quarterback, you're never supposed to look that bad. When Ben Johnson came in, basically since the Lions won that game against the Vikings last year, their first win of the season, Jared Goff has played 4 games, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That is an elite level of like a touchdown to interception ratio, and Jared Goff has played very well. But Ben Johnson also created a scheme that allows Jared Goff to showcase his talents. A guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown has really thrived because he runs the shorter and intermediate routes. And ever since then, Jared Goff has been on fire. So I credit having an innovative offensive coordinator with unlocking Jared Goff's potential more than Jared Goff just like he was bound to do this with any offensive coordinator, because he hasn't. He was not good with Anthony Lynn as his offensive coordinator. He was not good in 2019 and 2020 with the Rams with Sean McVay as his head coach. But he is playing elite right now, and it is largely due to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, one of the most valuable coordinators, period, in the NFL. It's more about Ben Johnson than Jared Goff.
So, dude, PFF, I don't understand what they're doing.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. I only do mess with them for pass rush.
The number 1 ranked PFF quarterback. Guess who on the year so far? Guess who it is?
Jacoby Brissett.
Geno Smith.
Oh my God.
Jacoby Brissett is ranked 6th.
Oh,
so that's
hey.
not bad. Mitchell Trubisky is ranked 13th. Who had 3 interceptions and no touchdowns
He got
last
benched
week?
for Kenny Pickett last week.
Jared Goff is ranked 22nd.
Per PFF?
Per PFF, Jared Goff is the 22nd ranked. That is an absolute joke. I don't know. I don't care what your rankings are, you nerds at PFF. That is an absolute joke. The guy's leading the league in touchdown passes. He is top 5 in passing yards.
Top five.
It is, come on, he's 60% completion percent. Like,
That's the grades or rankings?
grades.
Okay.
Rankings, yeah. Position ranks by quarterback.
Wow.
NFL rankings. Geno Smith number 1.
So
Jacoby Brissett 6.
Hey, I feel less bad than
No.
per PFF. Geno
Don't-
Smith's that guy.
Don't let that fool you. You know, that is disgusting. That is disrespectful. Based on the numbers, based on what he's doing, Jared
By
Goff
the numbers.
should be in the top 10 at the very least of quarterbacks so far this year. I don't think he's a top 10, or he should be a top 5. I don't think he's a top 5 talent, but based on his production, he should be there. That being said, it is Ben Johnson. Like, Ben Johnson unlocked the swag unlocked of Jared Goff. Like, he turned him into this, like, Frankenstein's monster. Like, this is Ben Johnson's offense to a T. He tailored this around Jared Goff so Jared Goff would look great. Look what he did with nobodies in that offense last week. He made them look great. He brought back T.J. Hawkinson out of the gulag and had him out there balling. Like, he's got Jamal Williams with the most touchdowns in his career through this many games.
He's on pace, I think, to beat Barry Sanders' record.
Yes, he's on pace to score a ridiculous amount of points. Like, this is Ben Johnson being the puppet master, being the master of games, going around doing things. That being said, Jared Goff is having a great year. The guy's on pace to throw 44 touchdowns. Like, I don't think that's going to happen, but that is the pace he's on. And PFF having him at 22 in between Cooper Rush and Daniel Jones is just disrespectful.
That's wild.
Stop it, PFF. Like, you need to put some respect on the guy's name at least.
Oh man,
Like,
you just ruined that for me.
He's having a good year.
I can never watch that video again.
I'll watch that video every day. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I just see you.
Shut up.
JB Smooth. Who deserves more credit in reviving this Detroit Lions offense? Is it Ben Johnson or Jared Goff?
Well, I mean, they each go hand in hand, but honestly, it's Ben Johnson 100%. I mean, without him, Jared Goff would not have the numbers, as Spencer just said, all the numbers rating him basically a top 10 QB, if anything. I mean, tied with 11 touchdowns. I mean, I believe it's, 7th in passing yards, something like that, around there.
Yeah.
70%.
Higher than that. I think he's top 5.
Damn near 70% QBR rating.
Yeah.
And if you've seen what Ben Johnson did last week with the scrub, the FedEx employees we had out there pretty much, I mean, you got to give him his credit. It's
Jared
Ben Johnson 100%.
Jared Goff's 3rd in passing yards.
See, look.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson 100%.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you guys. I don't think the question's even close, but I know there's a lot of you guys. Not a lot of you guys. I don't want to insult our listeners, but there's people on Twitter, saying
you people.
You people. Saying, Jared Goff for MVP, all that good stuff like that. And he is having a phenomenal season. But, let's be real. Jared Goff is still Jared Goff. He's still the gentleman you saw last year. He's still the gentleman that Sean McVay got rid of. Ben Johnson's the guy. I can't make any of the points that you guys didn't already.
Yeah.
I think we saw last year. I think we saw when Sean McVay gave him up. Ben Johnson's the man. That's why last year when we kind of not last year, but yesterday when we kind of tiptoeing around the, do you guys still want to draft a quarterback conversation? I was like, yeah, I'd still be down. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Ben Johnson can make it work. That's the key though, is Ben Johnson. And the conversation then goes do you think Ben Johnson could do this with another quarterback?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I think Ben Johnson could do it. You give Ben Johnson Matt Ryan. You give Ben Johnson, guys similar to Jared Goff's ilk. You put them in offenses like this. You sit them down. You build an offense around them. You execute it at this high of a level with this great of an offensive line, with the weapons that he had to start the season, like Amon-Ra St. Brown and DeAndre Swift. Yeah, you can do this with another guy. That being said, Jared Goff is the one doing it. Jared Goff is going out there and he is putting that thing on the table. He is throwing the most touchdowns in the NFL. He is throwing for the 3rd most yards in the NFL. So it is great to talk about how you cater the offense or how you do that. You still need someone to go out there and execute. Mm-hmm. You still need someone to go out there and hit those passes, hit those balls. Make sure they're making the throws when called upon, putting the ball in the right spot. So I will give Jared Goff a lot of credit. As much as I think Ben Johnson is orchestrating this offense, is doing this, Jared Goff is going out there and he's executing at a very high level.
100%. And I'm trying to go back to 2021, see where the Lions ranked in rushing offense, and it was not in the top 10 that they are now. It was 110 yards per game last year versus, was it 160 now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of an example of that, too. This is Ben Johnson. And you heard Dan Campbell say at the beginning of the season, what's a quarterback's best friend?
Run game.
A run game. When do we see Jared Goff at his peak?
When he has a run game. Play
we had
action.
Todd Gurley, had that, that play action, opening all that stuff up.
I love Todd Gurley.
R.I.P.
That's sad, man. Todd Gurley was a freak of nature, dude.
I think you have because you won a fantasy championship because of him, right?
Yeah,
that's why you're in love with
Two
him.
of them. Todd Gurley was giving me 40 points a week, bro.
Yeah.
Go
ahead,
in
Sam.
2018, Todd Gurley, best running back in the NFL. By 2019, he was cooked. It's unbelievable what happens with those running backs. And I just wanted to clarify one thing. When I talked about the last 4 games of last year, I meant starting with that and into this year. Ever since then, the last games Jared Goff has played, the last 8 games, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, which is elite. I just wanted to make that clear. I'm not sure if I did.
Jed has a bar about Todd Gurley.
What is it?
Ethan's run game, or say I run game like I'm Todd Gurley or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's on. I was actually just listening to that song on the way home, but
I'm curious what the people in the chat to say, because I know a lot of you guys are Jared Goff. Oh, 80% Ben Johnson as of now.
It makes sense. I mean, that's the realistic vote.
100%.
It's because as much as we are, like I said, all due credit goes to Jared Goff. He is going out there.
Yes.
He is executing. He is performing at a very high level. You can have everything in front of you, but you need someone to take advantage of the position they are put in for it to actualize as a real offense, as real threats on the field. So it is Jared Goff going out there and taking care of business, but Ben Johnson's giving it to him on a silver platter,
100%. And I mean, and kudos again, like you said, to Jared Goff, following through and executing those plays.
It's kind of like what we saw out of Tua in Miami,
Nah, Jared Goff's doing better.
No, but like you see, Sam's favorite stats are the Tua wins, where he throws for 150 yards and touchdowns, still get the wins.
Yeah.
And then you give him Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and dude's going for 400 yards. Like
just one time.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see him doing that 2 years ago or last year.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's a good question too. No, Mike McDaniel's still I feel like a great play caller, but I feel like obviously having Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on you
makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
So run fast.
Yeah.
Run fast down the field.
100%.
Or don't run fast. Take one step behind the line of scrimmage and then run fast. It makes it a little easier when you got that kind of speed.
This guy's brilliant.
Like, Ben Johnson did it with Tom effing Kennedy and Josh Reynolds.
Yeah.
He scored 45 points with Tom Kennedy and Josh Reynolds. Obviously, T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah, put some respect on his name, man.
T.J. Hawkinson was the biggest factor of it. But, if your wide receiving core is Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill or Tom Kennedy and Josh Reynolds, one of those things is a little highly touted compared to the other.